And if you don't believe that the government, the US government under the Constitution, owes people the right of due process, of a hearing, of an opportunity to disprove the accusations, not before we deport them back to their country of origin, but before we send them on purpose to a hellhole of a prison that they're likely never going to leave, prison for life, without even an inkling of a process, a requirement the government show the evidence and the opportunity of the person so accused to contest it, then you don't believe in due process at all. Then you simply believe in an authoritarian government that can just accuse people in secret of being guilty, and that's the end of the story. And that has never been the founding value of the United States. You mentioned the Benjamin Franklin quote that I had cited, where he said, "It is more just to allow 100 guilty people to go free than to punish wrongfully a single innocent person." That comes from Blackstone, which is the foundation of American and British law. Thomas Jefferson is attributed to say something very similar, but certainly all of his writings and all of the founders' writings. That was the idea. Let me just give you a quick example. We impose limits on police officers that make it more difficult for them to catch violent criminals. They're not, for example, allowed to just burst into houses where they suspect that somebody guilty might be there. They first have to go to a court, get a warrant. And we require that even knowing that sometimes it's going to mean that violent criminals get away because we're putting barriers in front of the police. But we're a country of liberty. We've decided we would rather have those liberties, even if there's a cost to it. And due process is exactly that. And it's something foundational to the United States. And it can't be waived simply because people are frustrated with illegal immigration, especially when it's not sending them back to their home country, but putting them into a horrific prison in a dictatorial country in El Salvador, where you've seen all the video of things that they do to these people that would never be permitted in the United States.
And there's also that famous quote, people who trade liberty for security will get neither. And just to sketch in how that unfolded in this moment, we can just very quickly run through a couple of the examples, because we're talking about the question on principle, but also in practice, we see exactly what unfolded. Roll A2 really quickly. This is just this gay barber who is like, we're asking people to just use their common sense. Does this dude look like a thug from the Tren de Aragua gang?